Can you say what is up, guys?
We're up, guys.
It's your boy Rick Cactus and Baby Cactus, and today we've got some brand spanking new Destiny 2 news, courtesy of the Bungie weekly update that has just gone live, revealing official information. And so let's get started. You gotta like the video now. Alright, now first things first, guys, what has happened this week in Destiny 2? Well, quite a lot. And that's because just before the Tuesday weekly reset, we had a massive developer livestream where Bungie unveiled the upcoming year of Destiny 2 content. So, we're gonna recap the biggest pieces of info you need to know about, and then discuss the hype and the controversy some of them are causing. Alright, now first of all, this is the updated roadmap for the Year of Prophecy. The next DLC is the Edge of Fate, and it launches on July 15th. The DLC after that is Renegades, and that launches on December 2nd. Now, you'll notice in between those dates are major updates. So first of all, we have Ash and Iron coming out on September 9th. We're actually going back to the Plague Lands. There's going to be multiple new exotics, and these major updates are completely free, guys. After that, the one after the launch of Renegades is Shadow and Order coming out on March 3rd. Really interested to see like the difference of content between these major DLCs and these major updates, right? Now, moving on from there, in terms of the Edge of Fate, guys, this is a 9-themed expansion. You are going to a new destination called Kepler. You can see some images right here. They say it's inspired by the puzzle solving and pathfinding challenges of Destiny 2's dungeon and destination design, which encourages deep exploration, mystery, and player-driven discovery. We also saw in the trailer we have the Fallen are present, the Vex are present. There's some new Fallen enemies that fly around on jetpacks, which is pretty crazy. And you'll also see that you will gain new abilities when on Kepler. They talk about the dark matter energy, which you can turn into a matter spark ball that will let you solve these challenges and puzzles that are on this planet, as well as use that to attack enemies. And there was some kind of more crazy abilities as well that had to do with like unlocking various puzzles on this Kepler planet, guys. But additionally, we also have some massive changes to the base game. First of all, this is a look at the new portal. So this will be like the home screen when you log on to the game. You can still go to the destination map, but it's not going to be the first thing you're presented with. And this is meant to better guide players on what to actually do. And here is a look at solo ops, at actual activities crafted around solo play. Moving on from there, another major update, Armor 3.0 and a tiering system. So here is what 5-star, so tier 5 armor is going to look like with the new system, guys. You'll notice that there's actually 11 energy. So right now you're capped out at 10. Adding the 11th energy, honestly, it's not game breaking or anything because you're still bound to the existing mods, but just having that one more energy so you can maybe use a slightly different mod is an advantage, and that's definitely a reason to grind all the way to the tier 5 armor. And also, I'm sure you've noticed, you actually have set bonuses as well, guys. So a huge addition to build crafting, putting on either 2 different 2-piece bonuses or a full 4-piece set. Like, again, this is going to massively change build crafting. It's not just putting on a couple of exotics and everyone using the same armor mods. Let's be honest, now like the actual set you're using is going to make a big difference. After that, guys, we also have a look at the new weapon system. There's going to be from tier 1 to tier 5 weapons, and this is a tier 5 weapon. You can actually see like the 5 little diamonds in the left corner of the weapon icon. And when you get to tier 5, everything's going to be enhanced, even the origin trait. And actually, you can see there's an enhanced weapon mod on as well, guys. And so again, that's kind of the reason to chase after these tier 5 weapons. They also said there's going to be visual advantages as well, and I think they said that they're going to have have like on-kill effects for being tier 5 too, which is pretty darn sweet. Another major change coming is an actual shooting range that's going to arrive in the Arms Day event that's going to launch, I believe, after the Edge of Fate goes live. So, you know, for DPS tests, oh my goodness, this is going to make my life a lot easier. And now, after that, guys, that is kind of the key points of the Edge of Fate. We then get into Renegades, and this is quite interesting because, well, I'm just going to play the teaser. So, as you can tell, this is a Star Wars themed expansion. We have Star Wars ornament sets in the game right now, but an entire expansion themed after Star Wars is crazy. And this is what has really divided the Destiny 2 community. On the one hand, you had a lot of people saying, this looks sick. I mean, lightsabers in Destiny 2, Han Solo's blaster in Destiny 2, like, you have that space aesthetic in both of these franchises. It's kind of like the perfect pairing. I'm so excited for that. And then you have other people saying, what is this, Fortnite? I mean, like, having Star Wars cosmetics is one thing, playing through a Destiny 2 campaign and Han Solo comes up to save you is quite another thing. And that's actually a very fair argument to make. However, a lot of this controversy arrived from, I think Bungie didn't do that incredible of a job explaining what exactly Renegades is. So very importantly, guys, Bungie calls this a definitive Destiny expansion with a narrative integral to the Fate saga, while also sufficed with inspiration and homage to Star Wars. Renegades will introduce new Destiny characters, innovative activities, and evolved mechanics designed to surprise and delight players. So, you won't be playing through Renegades and then you go and get a quest from Yoda. Okay, like that will not happen. The actual literal Star Wars characters are not in Renegades. Rather, it's just a Destiny 2 expansion with like Star Wars themes. So yeah, you'll have like lightsabers, or they'll be called probably something different in game, and you have all these things that are, you know, almost copyright, but instead of actually breaking the copyright, Bungie just went in and got the official collab with LucasArts. So that's what Renegades is. It's not completely, you know, out of the Destiny universe and in the Star Wars universe. It's rather just inspired by that Star Wars universe. And so I think that is definitely a lot better. I do get the original concern people had of like running into, again, Han Solo or Leia giving you a quest. It's kind of weird, right? But that's the situation there. And importantly, for Renegades and for the Edge of Fate, you can actually pre-order the Year of Prophecy stuff on whatever your game console or PC store is right now. And one of the pre-order bonuses is the new Land Beyond exotic sniper rifle, which means you can get this exotic in-game right now. Now, I already did a video going over what this thing actually does. It's linked right up above, but I'll have to admit right here, I might have been a bit wrong. I think this thing is more powerful than I gave it credit for. I've already been using it in the new Ultimatum difficulty dungeon because it does so much single target damage and it has so much ammo. It's great for just taking down random yellow bars, guys. So this could actually start seeing a relatively decent amount of play, guys. Now, moving on from there. After the live stream, we had the Tuesday weekly reset and the launch of the Rite of the Nine dungeon crawler event. So, the week 1 featured dungeon is the Spire of the Watcher. It's available with a bunch of different new difficulties, and it's dropping its own loot pool, but updated. So that's actually a very important thing. Even though there's a lot of Rite of the Nine weapons, you can only get the ones that are associated with the dungeon you are doing. Also, guys, there are a crazy amount of variants and rarities of these Rite of the 9 weapons, including some massive differences between them and the episode Heresy Weapons. For example, guys, you can get double perks on a normal rarity gun, as you can see. So this is massive for actually grinding god rolls. Like it's way easier than episode Heresy, and I did a video breaking down all those different varieties and rarity tiers linked right up above. Additionally, if you want the highest rarity tier, which is Adept Rite of the 9 weapons, you gotta take on Ultimatum difficulty. I made a full video going over a bunch of tips, loadout suggestions, and so on to get through the Spire of the Watcher on Ultimatum difficulty, so definitely check that out as well, guys. But moving on from there, we have the brand new information within the TWAB. So, the first thing Bungie does is exactly what I already did in this video, recapping the main points of information from the reveal. But after that, we get some incredibly juicy brand new info because Bungie hosts a post-reveal FAQ answering some of the most common questions from the community. The first question is just about Renegades again, and they state once again that it is a Destiny story just themed around Star Wars because again, this has been a controversial topic. But after that, will vault space be increased? And they say vault space is not changing in the Edge of Fate, but we do have additional vault space and quality of life features planned for Renegades later this year. Like, that's good that they're saying, hey, Renegades, we will do something about the vault space. But I don't know if I can survive that long, guys. I'm gonna have to delete some very old, very cherished weapons to get through the Edge of Fate, to be honest, because things are already extremely dire. Moving on from there, will the new portal feature fully replace the director? Bungie says the director will continue to be available through a worlds tab next to the portal. Our goal with the portal is to get a more streamlined experience for all players to find the fun quickly and understand what's next for them to do in Destiny. So you're still gonna have the destination map. Then they say some items were shown at 10 power in the stream. What is going on there? Yeah, this is a big topic. I mean, going back to the auto rifle I showed you guys for the tier 5 example, it's only 310 power, except it's not. It's 200 plus 110 artifact power? Seasonal power? Like temporary power? I don't know what exactly is going on here with the power level, the gear score, but it is changing dramatically within the Edge of Fate. So again, they mention, Bungie themselves say that there was gear all the way down to 10 power. And so here is their answer to all of that. They say, we'll have more details on power caps and climbs in a future TWID, but can confirm that power will be rebased at launch. All players will have their power refreshed as we embark on this new journey. So there you go, guys. Now, overall, me personally, I don't really care about this because every time they increase the power, it's kind of arbitrary anyways. Like, it's just number go up because everything's scaled off the last, 50 of your power. So even if you go from 1,000 to 1,050, you're going up by essentially 50. You might as well start at 0 with the launch of every new power increase. But still, this is a big change. And it means that, if you are still out there infusing all your gear up to max, you might want to hold off. You might want to save your resources because again, everything is going back down to a new arbitrary number. We're going to find out what that is. Maybe it is 10 power like Bungie says with the Edge of Fate, guys. Moving on from there, what stats are being rebalanced or replaced? This is another big one. I mean, in that tier 5 example, if you look over to the stats, it's health, melee, grenade, superclass, weapons. What is weapons? I mean, again, we are going to have a massive overhaul to the armor system and the stat system, guys. And so what Bungie says for this question is that as shown in the stream, many of our stats are being fully rebalanced or changed with the Edge of Fate. While we don't have exact details to share just yet, we're planning a full breakdown in June alongside a lengthy article covering sandbox tuning between weapons and abilities, guys. Moving on from there, the next question is, what comes with the Year of Prophecy Ultimate Edition? Here's a picture of everything you get from it. After that, how much will a rewards pass cost during the Year of Prophecy? So, each of the 4 rewards passes for this upcoming year will cost 1,000 silver when purchased standalone in Eververse. They're jam-packed with many of the cosmetics you know and love from years past, including an exotic weapon and universal ornament set. So, again, these seem to be kind of replacing seasons. 4 per year is a bit interesting, and they only mention cosmetics here. Certainly the seasonal reward track, like your current season's pass, has a lot more than cosmetics now. Like, you can literally just go and unlock every single tier in your season's pass day 1, and it actually does give you an advantage in game. It makes you gain experience faster, unlock your seasonal artifact perks faster. You get weapons, like outright weapons. Some of them have really good rolls quickly. So we've definitely gotten far away from cosmetics within the season's pass. Maybe Bungie is kind of shifting back towards that in the new Year of Prophecy, guys. Alright, but moving on from there, guys, we have some new Bungie rewards, and you can see what those are right here, involving the Rite of the Nine. Then we also have tomorrow Heavy Metal, which is the brand new Tanks versus Brigs mode. There's going to be like a big event going on for it. I'll definitely make a video on what the heck is going on when that launches, guys. But yeah, that's kind of an interesting thing. And then, guys, they also say that as part of Heavy Metal, event cards are going away, and now there's a new event track and event home, and part of those rewards is actually going to be the Griffin Combat Sparrow. Here's an image of it right here. So you're going to have a Sparrow with guns, I guess, starting tomorrow, which is pretty crazy, guys. And there's also a full Heavy Metal title, and if you get that, you can get this pin. And there was going to be a Heavy Metal tournament, but unfortunately that fell through. But you can still watch any opted-in Destiny 2 streamer like ya boy, and watching their stream will get you this exclusive emblem. So, I'm going to be live tomorrow right after I put out my Zerv video on twitch.tv/CacusHD, bringing in people from the stream to play with me as well. So definitely, I hope you guys can stop by. It's going to be a fun time. Moving on from there, guys, they announce a creator hub. So they say, are you a streamer, video editor, lore specialist, artist, cosplayer, or any other form of content creator? You can apply to join the creator hub, which is a special Discord where you're going to get stuff, I guess. I'm part of it. I always forget to check it, so I'm not the best source of information on that stuff. Anyways, it's a cool thing if you want to go and participate if you are a creator. Moving on from there, guys, they have a voice acting update for Rite of the Nine and Edge of Fate, and you can see that right here. And then the last thing I want to talk about is in the known issues tab, we have the Rite of the Nine, First Watch, and Elegant Arsenal quests fixed. Initially, there was problems where you would beat the dungeon, you'd beat the final boss, and it wouldn't complete these quests, but they have been fixed. So, and also Explorer difficulties weren't properly working as well. So here's some information on that. Again, they have, for the most part, been fixed. All right, guys, that is it for the video. Hope you enjoyed and found this informative. If you did, please remember to help me out by simply rating and especially sharing this video. If you guys want to see more Destiny 2 content similar to this, don't be afraid to slap that subscribe button. If you want to get in touch with me and keep up to date with the latest channel activity, the best way is to follow me on Twitter at RickCacus. That is linked in the description down below. Again, hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, have a good day.